What's Earth's greatest power source? The sun.
Let's grab some rays and save some bucks at the same time.
Today on PowerHouse, we're getting ready to relax in an energy-efficient hot tub.
We'll explore and recommend energy-smart ways to keep pools swim ready.
And we'll look at efficient outdoor space upgrades to make the most of our entertainment opportunities, enhance safety, and increase curb appeal.
It's time to enjoy the great outdoors on this week's PowerHouse.
When we're looking for ways to step up our improvement of our homes, a lot of conversations circle around to pools and hot tubs. Hot tubs are the more compact choice in this category, and they come with the added incentive of some health benefits. But can they be energy efficient? Here to help us answer that question is David Folsom from Splash Pool and Spa. And David, let's talk a little bit, why would someone want to add a hot tub and what are some of the benefits?
Well, it depends on your reason for shopping. There are a couple benefits to a hot tub. One is the obvious health benefits, which I know we'll get into, and the efficiency and things like that. But also not to go under-addressed is it kind of is a place, if you've got a family, to hang out with your family. I know a lot of us are busy, you know, the dinner table isn't quite what it used to be, right, anymore. You got drive-throughs and things like that. And it's a great time to sit down with your kids and have family time. So there's that benefit, and that's an actual reason people buy a hot tub, get family together. Also then is the obvious and the most common is the physical benefits from it, the physical therapy you get from it. The jets and the massage and helps with the aches and pains and all that sort of stuff.
Really help the overall body in terms of
Correct.
The aches, as you say, that the jets can address, right?
Yes, absolutely. And just sitting in warm water for one, you know, we know that that does a lot for you, as well as just being in the buoyancy, taking the weight off your joints and things like that. It does quite a bit for you.
Now, there are some people that shouldn't use hot tubs, right?
Correct. There are people with, you know, heart condition is the most obvious one. But you know if you can't be in things warm, you know you can't go to the gym and be in the sauna because you've got some kind of medical condition. So most of those people already know you can't be in a hot tub.
Now, historically, hot tubs, efficiency has not been a main concern, but manufacturers now have addressed the energy efficiency of hot tubs?
Absolutely, it's just adjusting to our culture and learning how to be more earth-friendly, environment-friendly, as well as save money. Obviously, that's a huge benefit of it. So if you can keep your water warm without having to turn your heater on and spend money on your heater, then everybody wins.
So what are some of those things that I should be concerned about with my hot tub in terms of energy efficiency?
First, and the obvious one, is the cover on top of it. If you've ever been around a hot tub, and you can see steam coming out the seam, you see steam leaking out the side, that's where you know you're losing water, you're losing heat. And that's the absolute biggest one. Next is having a hot tub that's completely contained and full of foam, and all that water running through all these pipes in here. If it's insulated, it's not going to lose heat nearly as fast. So that's another really big one.
How do I know, you mentioned insulation, but how do I know if I'm going to purchase my hot tub is well insulated?
Well, honestly, you're just going to have to ask. You're going to have to ask what kind of insulation is on this and if it's fully insulated or if it's partially insulated. That's the key. Fully insulated is the kind of hot tub that you want. Okay.
And in purchasing something like that, don't short your beginning costs to save some dollars, because in the long run, a more well-insulated hot tub is going to be more efficient.
Correct. One of the great times to use your hot tub is in the wintertime. Well, that's the most costless time to use your hot tub too. You lift the top off and you've got all the steam coming off and you've got to reheat that water. Well, also then you've got, if your pipes aren't insulated, you've got that all the time, losing heat off the pipes all the way around your hot tub.
What else goes into the efficiency? The motors, the jets, talk about that.
Yes, there's actually, so one of the big things that help with efficiency too is the size of jets running your heater. And one of the things that I like that our hot tubs do is we've got a tiny little pump that runs the heater. And so it doesn't take much energy, and it doesn't do anything else in the hot tub other than runs water through the heater. That's all it does. And then we put the big pumps on the jets, which only run when you're in it. But that heater pump runs whenever the hot tub needs it. So that's the one that's always running. So it's a nice little energy efficient thing.
As I look at this and the hot tub, what are things as I get ready to purchase a hot tub I need to consider when I come in?
The obvious is the size of space you got, right? And how are you going to use it? Are you coming in just because it's you and you've got some physical ailment? Are you coming with a family and you've got little tiny kids who think it's a swimming pool instead of a place to relax? So, one, the family you got, two, the size of space you got, and just know what you want when you're going in.
Okay. How about electrical hookups? Walk us through that. Are better 110, 220?
Sure. Actually, when it comes to efficiency, the higher voltage hot tubs are more efficient. It's more efficient to run a hot tub on 220 than it is to run a hot tub on 110. Now, that's not to say that they've got 110 hot tubs, and there's good reason for them, because you've got service at your house and you don't have the ability to put something that requires so much electricity at your house, then the 110 works just fine. But if you've got the space for 220, absolutely do 220, and you'll cut your energy costs in half almost.
As I look around your showroom, I see various sizes, seating. Walk us through, just give us sort of a ballpark on expenses for a hot tub today.
Hot tubs are like everything else in the market. You spend as little as you want, you can spend as much as you want. But as little as you want for a decent hot tub is gonna be in that $8,000 range-ish. And it's a smaller hot tub. And as big as you want, you can spend $20,000 on a really nice hot tub that does a great job massaging you. You can spend $30,000 and have a swim spa that's got a hot tub in the side of it, and you can swim on the other side of it, and it just really depends on what you want. And like everything else in life, the more you spend, the more you get.
Sure. So again, when I come in, have a plan in terms of what I'm thinking best for my family and also for my budget, right?
Correct, absolutely.
And then ask the questions about insulation and the energy efficiency.
Yes, yeah.
David, thank you. I soaked in all your information, and thank you for walking us through that. That was really good. So if you'd like to learn more about improving the comfort and health of your PowerHouse, visit our website at powerhousetv.com.
On a warm summer day like this, who doesn't want to relax in front of a refreshing pool like this one? Well, whether you have an above-ground pool or an in-ground pool, there are steps you can take to make sure that it is efficiently swim-ready at all times. Joining us again is David Folsom from Splash Pool and Spa. And David, how do the efficiency tactics vary between in-ground and above-ground pools?
Well, they're kind of the same, but yet they're a whole different animal all at the same time. So with above grounds, everything has to do with the cover that you put on it. So there's not very many options you can do with above grounds, but they have what's called a solar cover you can put on it, and it helps keep the heat in at night. And if you have a heater on it, you can heat the water up, and you don't lose near as much heat out of the top of the pool, obviously, which is the biggest loss of anything you do is out the top of the water. So a cover is huge with above grounds.
Okay, so what are the other basics we need to know about above ground pools?
Well, when it comes to efficiency, a pump is a big deal. There are 110 volt pumps and 220 volt pumps, and the only reason you use a lower voltage pump is because you don't have any option at your home. But if you can, you always use higher voltage things because they're much more energy efficient, which is basically true across any board, but definitely applies to pools as well. And there's the heater. You've got smaller heaters, bigger heaters. You want to get a heater that's sized appropriately for the size of pool you have, and you don't go overboard with some big heater. That's a big one.
And I would imagine that it's really important to solicit the services of a professional who can kind of assess your space, right?
Absolutely. It definitely takes experience. Let me tell you, it takes some experience. Learning the space, learning how to size things up, and get it right for you.
So you touched on covers a little bit. Are there any other physical attributes with an above ground pool that we need to be aware of?
That is mainly it. There's not a lot of options for an above ground pool, but having a solar cover, which basically just floats on the water. Anybody who has a pool knows exactly what I'm talking about. We all have the blue covers that look like the bubbles that you want to pop. Don't pop them. But no, that's what an above ground cover is, and it floats on the water. It keeps the heat in.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of these measures really kind of can apply to both in-ground and above ground. So let's talk about specifically in-ground pools now. What are the things that homeowners need to consider to keep them efficient?
So in-ground efficiency, there's a whole array of options because there's a whole array of options you can add to your pool. One of them, and the biggest, is just like the above ground, is the cover for it. So But with a cover, with an in-ground, it actually it's part of the concrete. I mean, it like seals into the concrete, and it's a safety cover. You can actually walk across it, and you heat your pool up, and it keeps all of the heat in.
So it's a tight seal like saran wrap?
100%. It doesn't even leak water through it. Like all the edges are sealed. You have your kids play on it. It's like a water bed almost. Yeah, it's that tight.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about filtration and pumps and things like that, because that's also very important. I would imagine those covers keep the debris out, but you need a filtration system.
100%. Right? So along with your filtration system, keeping your pool clean, and the cleaner you keep it, the less you'll have to have your cover open to clean the pool itself. But along with that is going to be pump sizing and heater efficiency, and they have energy efficient pumps nowadays that are a game changer it's a huge step in the pool and spa industry.
Share with us some of the options available for homeowners when it comes to pumps.
So the pumping has a lot to do with the efficiency of it. And the old pumps, the old school ways, you just leave it on, you let it run, and it just runs all the time, full bore, because that's what a motor does. But they've come out with new pumps where you can set the RPMs and lower how hard the motor runs, and it doesn't use very much electricity at all, but it'll still move the water and keep it circulating. It's a game changer for the pool industry.
Well, and I imagine you would save dollars that way too,
100%,
right?
100%, absolutely.
Are there any other considerations we need to know as pool owners?
I think a lot of it is look at your space that you have. And the big one too is how are you going to use it? Are you a family with young kids? Think about that. Are you an older couple thinking about grandkids coming over? So just get used here and there. Just consider your situation and you'll enjoy it for sure.
Well, thanks so much for spending the day with us. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you.
It's fun to know that such a fun feature can also be energy efficient. If you'd like some more warm weather tips for your powerhouse, visit our website at powerhousetv.com.
The more we leverage outdoor spaces for living and entertainment during nice weather, the more energy we can save inside our powerhouse. Imagine family dinners on the deck or patio, or a fun summer party under the stars. You're giving your kitchen appliances a break and enjoying the great outdoors. What could be better? We're going to take a look at ways to make your outdoor space even more livable with Alex Wisnowski from Spotics. And Alex, thanks for joining us. If someone's just establishing an outdoor kitchen and living space, what are some of the things they need to consider first?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, an outdoor kitchen, it's typically a permanent thing in your backyard. So you definitely want to take the time to plan, set a budget. They can be anywhere from very basic to as extravagant as you want them to be. They can even be an addition of the house versus kind of off to the side and separated. But when going through that planning process, the first thing to think about is the location. So if you can do it in a shaded area or add shade to the area, that's going to both help it make it more enjoyable and more livable, while also helping reduce the load on appliances, especially if you have things like outdoor refrigerators that are battling the elements.
I like that. Again, you start with a plan, right? What I might think about for my outdoor kitchen. Are there things that really come to mind for someone first thinking about that outdoor kitchen?
Yeah, a big thing to consider is, where is the outdoor kitchen in proximity to your indoor kitchen? So you don't want to have to be running back and forth all the time, opening doors, letting air out, letting bugs in. So depending on how far or close it is to your indoor kitchen can also help determine what amenities you need outside. So as you're enjoying your time outside, think, what am I running back into the house for? What do I need outside? What's a need to have versus more of a nice to have? Because when it comes to outdoor kitchens, there's many, many nice to haves.
I know you also are always thinking about energy efficiency, and today, upper Midwest, a little warm today, and we have some ceiling fans and things that, again, help in terms of being outdoor, having our kitchen outside.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Energy efficiency, I mean, like I said, if you can do it in the shade, add ceiling fans, heaters, just make it more livable. So when you're cooking indoors, especially on a hot day, it can actually increase the temperature of your home by 5 degrees. So I noticed that myself. If I'm running the oven, I'm cooking. Sometimes it's my primary motivation to cook outside. So I'm not battling the thermostat indoors. So keeping that cooking and that heat outdoors, keeping bodies outdoors, can all do things to help make your home run more efficiently, especially during a hot summer day like today.
As you think about that plan and organizing, what are some things to keep in mind for my outdoor kitchen?
Yes, it's the grill is an easy one to get fixated on. It's the centerpiece of that outdoor kitchen. Also trendy are flat tops or griddles, pizza ovens, smokers, combinations of those, but really that's the centerpiece of that outdoor space. So you want to make sure you invest in something that's going to be quality enough where it's going to last you. So the cutouts you make in the island and the countertop, they can be unique to that certain grill. So you want to make sure you get something that's going to last you, and you're not having to redo your island to get something else in there. So the grill, of course, is the centerpiece, but then you also have very popular trash or trash and recycling. If you do a combination, it can be very convenient, so you separate your cans and bottles from your waste. And then outside of that, storage, and then also having enough prep space.
How about energy efficiency? You mentioned that earlier, but energy efficiency when we think about some of our appliances and things that we might have out here.
Yeah, well, like if you do have a sink, for example, do you truly need hot water, or will just cold water outdoors suffice? And if you do have hot water, it can be good to consider a tankless water heater, so you're not wasting energy there. If you do have refrigeration, ensuring that they're Energy Star rated and that they're insulated to withstand those outdoor elements as well. But outside of that, just making the space in general just enjoyable and livable regardless of the season.
We are here outdoors, a beautiful outdoor kitchen, outdoor living area, and I imagine this could be year-round, but keep in mind ceiling fans, but also some heaters, gas heaters out here as well.
Yeah, all those things are great, and they extend the season of that outdoor space. So a lot of people think, oh, outdoor kitchen, just a few months a year, but you can really extend that into those later months and earlier months by adding some amenities like that. And another thing to consider too is, depending on the size of the outdoor kitchen, you typically are going to have different zones. So you have your hot zone, which is where your grill is. You might have a cold zone with a sink and or refrigerator. And you really want to keep those separate when possible. That way the heat from the grill isn't battling the thermostat on the refrigerator. So that's a good thing to consider too.
Alex, back to the planning, and I imagine budget-wise, we're in as I said, a beautiful outdoor kitchen here. Can go as much as you'd want, right?
Yeah, there's really no upper limit to it, but you don't need to necessarily do that to still enjoy the gathering, the time outside, the uses of it, and also the efficiency aspects too. So while you can go as nice as you want, you don't necessarily have to still get those benefits.
But that's the beauty about it. Back to what we started with, having a plan in terms of what you want to do with an outdoor kitchen and living area, correct?
Yeah, having a plan and a budget. Oftentimes we'll see outdoor kitchens might be part of like a bigger backyard renovation. So maybe doing that in phases, planning it out, working with a professional on that aspect of it. We've even seen people get the grill of their dreams on a cart, and some models you can take them off. So they'll actually get the grill, they'll wait a couple years and save up for that project, do more planning, and then they'll take the grill head off the cart and put it in their outdoor kitchen.
Well, Alex, you've inspired me. A lot of great information. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us. And if you'd like more strategies about energy saving for your powerhouse, visit our website at powerhousetv.com.
Let's talk about efficient exterior lighting. With a little bit of effort, you can find a lot of savings. Brian Hughes from Landscape by Design is going to share with us some options and put us on the right path. Thank you so much for having us here today, Brian.
Thanks for having me, Megan.
Let's talk about your overall philosophy when it comes to exterior lighting.
So our philosophy really is to see what we can do with outdoor lighting to beautify the home, to make the property safe and secure.
Well, I think most people think of aesthetics when they think of outdoor lighting, right? So let's start there. Do you have any favorite placements or fixtures that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so we rely heavily on uplighting, and that really is going to capture those architectural features of the home.
What are some of your favorite things to feature in a yard?
So really, mature trees are great. We like to do, art that's in the landscape beds, and then of course pathways and steps.
Speaking of pathways, let's talk a little bit about security and utility lighting.
Okay. Yeah, so for security, it's really important to place those path lights in the right spot so that you can navigate around your property without, having the risk of tripping or falling, especially if you have guests over. Stairs are extremely important. Those can always be a dark, dangerous spot.
I'd like to talk a little bit about technology that's available now. LEDs are huge. Do you use LED lighting?
We do all integrated LED. The greatest thing about that is that they're pretty self-sufficient. So after you've installed them, and other than yearly maintenance to go back and clean them up, there's not a whole lot to them, and they're going to last 10, 20 years.
That makes a big difference. In the Midwest, are they an issue at all with the extreme temperatures that we have?
Not at all. And actually, when it snows, people think that the snow's not going to melt, but it does eventually, a little bit slower than when halogen, but that's the efficiency of it. You just burn a little bit less hot, but it gives us awesome glow around that fixture.
So while the LEDs really save a lot of energy because they're so efficient, are there any issues in the Midwest with extreme temperatures?
Not at all, other than having to reset them in the freeze and thaw, in the springtime. They're actually great. So they do burn the snow a little bit slower than the halogens did, but this gives us beautiful glow around that fixture during the winter time. So.
Here at PowerHouse, we are all about energy efficiency. What can you share with us regarding saving energy and money?
So right now, the photo cells are a great thing because they're going to rely on the sunrise and sunset, and then smart transformers are great because they're astronomical based, and so it's really going to utilize the sunrise and sunset to turn it on and off.
Do you have any other fixtures or features that you'd like to share with us?
So we love path lights that are unique, step lights to kind of make those areas safe, and then wall washers are great because they can concentrate that light into one area.
So if I were a homeowner coming to you saying, I'd really like to enhance my yard with lighting, what are the steps that you take to create a design?
Well, we'd meet at your place and we'd walk around the house. We would discuss your home's features. We'd walk around the landscape beds and then the yard, and then we would come up with a game plan to kind of beautify everything we can and to make it safe and secure.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Brian. This is great. Thanks for your expertise.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
To explore more outdoor lighting options for your PowerHouse, go to PowerHouseTV.com.
Megan, we took an outdoor field trip on this week's PowerHouse.
We did. We soaked in all the possibilities for an energy-efficient hot tub.
We dipped our toes into poolside efficiency.
We cooked up a few ideas for giving our indoor kitchens a break.
And we lit up the night with efficiency and style.
We made the most of nature's energy source and had fun while we were doing it. All on this week's PowerHouse.